Okay, guys. Episode 32, right on this beautiful fucking Wednesday, and I'm just thankful for not being in Korea right now. What about you, Jared?
Hell yeah.
You actually could probably pull that a little bit closer. You can even move it and shit. You been keeping up on that, or you try to stay away from it?
I stay away from the main news things going on.
Dude, me too. You don't know what the fuck to believe.
I get
anymore.
whiffs of it, you can't help it.
Yeah.
Because they pump a lot of stuff out there. So what's going on with Korea?
I mean, no, Ukraine.
Ukraine, okay.
Ukraine. So I fucked that up.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we're here with my friend, Jared Killa Gorilla Cannonier, #1 middleweight in the world.
Number 2 on the official rankings, but number 1.
Yeah, #1 in my opinion, and you'll get to prove that in a couple months. Do they have anything announced yet?
Nothing announced. Everything is just word of mouth right now.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as my manager said, who talks with the UFC quite often, that's what's happening next. Me versus Adesanya.
Yeah, I don't know what else it could be, but probably a good timeline. I was seeing some rumors that he was wanting to come back in July, so that might be just perfect timing for you, huh? That's
perfect timing. I'm ready right now, but in 4 months I'll be even more ready.
Yeah, you looked fucking great against Brunson, dude. You look great, and just the fundamentals, all the basics that we always cover at the MMA lab, they really came out in that fight. Like it worried me a little bit. You got taken down, I think it was the second round, and you in the middle of the cage too. Yeah. I know how good you are getting up against the fence, but in the middle of the cage, you can't make mistakes, or you're gonna give up your back. You're gonna be in a bad position, and you did fucking just such a phenomenal job at just letting your techniques and letting your training really flow in those high pressure situations against a good guy. How'd you feel overall in that? You looked fucking good, dude.
I felt great. I felt light as a breeze. Even with everything he was throwing at me, it felt relatively easy to deal with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want to say easy as if he's not good, but easy. It was easy for me to deal with mentally and physically. So
the speed difference was my big thing. I'm like, every time he tried to flurry at you and everything, I was like, were you thinking the same thing? Like, I'm gonna touch this motherfucker.
Yeah, I think I was a little too fast because I was trying. We worked at all camp, and I threw it a couple of times in that fight. The uppercut off of his initial action, especially when he tries to change levels, the uppercut, and it was too early. Like damn near, like maybe 4 or 5 times, it was just too early, and I was like, man.
Yeah, it was impressive too. Just like your striking, it looks like it improved so much. You just on all of your shots, you weren't loading up any of your shots, and you're just snapping them and whipping them straight from your face, bringing them back to your face. I don't know. You looked really improved, and you looked really fucking good, dude.
Thank you, man. Well, that's always a goal whenever we step on the mats or go into the gym anywhere. The goal is to get better. Yeah. If you're not doing that, you're wasting your time. Yeah. So.
Yeah, and me and you haven't trained for a while, except yesterday we got to train a bit, which was good, and I'm pumped to start grappling with you more.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
That was really good, man. That pressure you put on me, it awakened that thing that I felt that I may be missing from my training. That competitive grappling thing that you need. We have grappling classes, and it's competitive, and we work techniques and stuff like that. I think it's a little bit more wrestling oriented and MMA oriented, but grappling, as far as submission grappling, getting in position, holding a position, dominating that position, and then moving to somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Without coming out of position and things like that. Yeah, I thought that was really good. So I've always wanted to work with you guys, and Tank especially. It's just not enough time in the week, man. My schedule's already full with all the other training I got to get. And
that's the fucking thing. And you've been working with Al a lot, Air Physical Therapy. Yeah. He's been keeping you pretty healthy.
Absolutely. If there's ever any injuries, he's brought me back from all the major injuries I've had, like my torn pec and my broken ulna. And on top of that, he's also made the rest of my body stronger and more, functional. That's the word. So everything is working better. On top of that, I'm also working on always working on, flexibility, mobility, and things like that. Yeah. So again, I think jiu-jitsu is one of those major components that I'm not really implementing consciously, you know. So
yeah, and it's a different game too. A lot of when we were rolling yesterday, I was trying, because I know how good you are at standing up from turtle, but I also was trying to take your back. But when I felt like I was losing a position, I wasn't afraid to just put my leg back in half guard, just stick it back in half guard, just to slow you down again, see if I can pass again. But how do you go about, like, especially at your level, like you're about to be fight for the championship, how do you go about scheduling your weeks? Like, do you do it on Sunday, or is it the same every single week?
It's generally the same every single week. And it's sort of shaped itself into what it is, you know. I don't necessarily say this is what I have to do and this is what I'm going to do and this day I'm going to do this and that day I'm going to do that. You know, I like to really focus on whatever it is I need to improve on. So if it's strength, I need to do that multiple times a week. If it's jiu-jitsu, I need to do that multiple times a week. Whatever it is, I know I need to do it multiple times a week. So right now my schedule is mainly strength and conditioning, striking, and outside of the pro practices, which is everything, striking, grappling, and sparring as well. But outside of that, the things that I do on my own is just those things. Strength and conditioning, where I go to, like you said, I go to Ayers, work out with Al and those guys. We also have Jared at the gym. I still work out with him. He's mainly my conditioning guy. So when it's time to get ready for a fight, when I got to get ready for this next 5 rounds, he's going to be the guy getting me ready for that. And just striking, you know.
And you're working a lot with Rob.
Yep, working with Rob. Work with Randy as well. You know, just learning as much as I can from those two very deep wells of knowledge.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. So, yeah, same card as Izzy. Did you go to the back locker room? Did you have time to kind of sit there and watch his performance?
I did. It was, right as it was coming from all the other interviews and stuff. So I hadn't really collected myself for my own fight. I hadn't really sat down. You know, now after post-COVID, when you go out to fight, they gather all your things up and move your things to. You don't see it until you get back to your where the hell we go. They bring them to you after the fight. So when you're getting ready to leave. So
did they have the green room set up for Houston?
They did have a green room there.
Oh, nice.
Not like a big ass buffet of food, you know, like they used to have.
Was it with all the media people like it is in Vegas?
They had that for the media people, and then they had another room for where the fighters were.
So have you rewatched that Izzy fight yet?
Not in its entirety. I've watched like the first couple of rounds. It just came on Fight Pass like this week.
Oh, okay.
So I just started watching. I've watched my fight a few times, and I just started watching that fight, and I hadn't watched it in its entirety.
Yeah, it was impressive. The first and second round of that fight, it looked like, I don't know, Izzy was so good at staying at his range, and it looked like Robert was really having to lunge in to get him. But then Robert, he's fucking so skilled, dude. He adapted a bit, and he made it more of an issue with the Izzy taking him down and stuff. Yeah, but I was curious to see your thoughts and what your thoughts on that performance were going to be.
Yeah, I want to watch it multiple times. That and a whole bunch of his other fights. You know, now that he's my next opponent, and I'm watching them with that in mind, you know, with the sort from a different perspective, it's always different like that. You know, I watched all these guys throughout my entire career, and I'm like fans of them all, you know. But when it comes time to fight them, and I watch video on them, it's completely different.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, it's a different feeling, a different approach to it, and yeah, I'm gonna watch that fight a lot. Yeah,
that's gonna be good. That's going to be good. And I just feel he has a lot of respect for you, too. He sees what kind of mindset you're bringing. He sees how just solid you are everywhere. It's fucking sweet. You fucking earned it, dude. Yeah. But you feel like you've carried a lot of your power over all the way from, coming down from heavyweight. And what like lifestyle changes did you make that made you just drop so much weight so quick, being in AZ?
That definitely changed. Changed things. The workout regimen, the program that we have there at the lab, as well as knowledge on dieting.
Vapor?
I'm sorry. As well as knowledge on dieting and things like that, you know.
Where do you pick up that knowledge, your diet knowledge?
Just from multiple different places, from modern day scientists, you know what I'm saying, all from social media or YouTube and stuff. You'll see things on TV, do this because it's good for you, and then you do your own research, and you find out that, hey, they're taking this ingredient from that plant.
Yeah.
I like to go the more holistic way, you know, so what herbs, what plants is there, because I know for a fact that the earth and, you know what I'm saying, that the supreme, the most high, you know what I'm saying, I'm not going to use the G word because I don't like to conceptualize it, but has this earth provides everything that we need.
Yeah.
You know,
especially if you're getting it from good soil.
Absolutely.
Yeah, really good soil and just quality organic food that's really gonna just digest in your stomach the right way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's interesting you bring up that, because I've been every Tuesday having debates with my mom, 1.5 hour long debates, and she's very, very heavy Jehovah's Witnesses religion. And last night I was looking it up while I was talking to her, how many times the Bible has changed over the past thousands of years. It's been changed 100 or 200 times, and I'm comparing different scriptures from different Bibles. I'm like, they're really different, and you could interpret these scriptures in so many different ways. So it's just like, yeah, I don't know. That could be a whole separate podcast in itself.
Absolutely, man. You can't.
I mean, but we'll stick on the topic. Heavyweight to middleweight. Do you feel just probably just better overall lifestyle wise being at around, because what do you walk around, 205, 210?
Around 210. Yeah. I'm around 211 right now. I'm recovering from post fight syndrome, where you eat everything in sight.
Dude, what the fuck? Yeah. And you still probably got abs, huh?
Yes.
God damn.
So it's not too far gone from my fight, so I didn't get too bad. So shit, what was the question?
Just from heavyweight to middleweight, kind of how much your life's improved just walking around, probably more at your more optimal weight.
Yeah. I'm definitely more conscious of myself physically. You know what I'm saying? Like posture, how I'm walking, how that's affecting my skeletal structure and all that different type of stuff. Just things I'm always conscious of. Just being more aware of my body. You know, that's what martial arts and exercising has done for me. So now it's just something that I'm always thinking of, and how can I make that aspect of myself better, you know? So
yeah, I'm super thankful about that too. I'm thankful I found martial arts and stuff that, yeah, for competitions I had to diet, so I have to look at all these different diets, but it's just, I feel like it just improved my life so much, being able to eat good and sleep good and take care of yourself and worry about your posture and worry about just all those things, dude.
Yeah.
Just makes your brain fucking healthy.
Yeah. You know, the one thing I don't do to help myself is cold therapy, because I just don't like the cold, man. I can't.
Yeah.
But it's one thing that I think it would definitely help me mentally, because I don't like it so much. If I did it, I know it would definitely help me in that aspect, not to mention the physiological aspects you get from cold therapy. So
yeah, I feel like with the cold therapy, I like it because, I mean, you're not doing any damage to your body, but you're really challenging yourself mentally. Like everything in you screaming, get out, this is bad, get out, this is bad. But you learn to be like, damn, I can counter that thought. So like even in a fight or even a hard grappling match or hard anything, that thought goes through your mind and it's like, damn, I can counter that. That's what I really like about the cold, dude. Yeah. You fucking can sweat though. Like, what do you lose, 8-9 pounds of practice?
Yeah, just about. Is
it?
Yep, 8. I can lose about 10 pounds in about an hour and a half, 2 hour practice.
Damn, 10?
Yeah. if I'm well hydrated, you know, and everything's working right, yeah, I'll be dripping water all over the place.
Damn. So what's your favorite drugs? Like, do you like caffeine? Do you like marijuana? What kind of stuff you like?
You know, I do drink coffee. You know, mainly because my wife drinks coffee.
You know, just a coffee pot?
We have a kettle.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we have a kettle. We grind up the beans, and we don't grind them ourselves. If we buy, we'll buy the beans and grind them at the store someplace, or we'll take beans that we've acquired and grind them at the store, and we just use a French press.
Nice.
Yeah. So So I'll have coffee in the morning every now and then. I like to drink tea. I prefer tea. But yeah, I love to smoke weed. I've done it for so long. I need to
have a little cleanse.
Well, that's good. I was going to say try to monetize it somehow, but I don't want to be like a big ass pothead all over social media.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, for sure. Figuring out how to, man, a killer gorilla strain though.
Yeah, they got so many gorilla strains out there. It'll be so easy to make one.
Especially when you have the belt. I bet someone will come knocking and it'll be pretty sweet. Do you usually just do pipe or bong rip? What's your prefer?
Yeah, I use a pipe. And just flower. I don't really use edibles or the tinctures or any of the other things. I don't like. It's just outside of tradition for me. It's newer. All the new kids are doing it. Vaping and these big ass vape pens and stuff like that. But I'm a traditional man. I like to have some flower.
Yeah.
I'm generally a solo artist because I'm the only one in my house who uses it. So it's pretty private for me at this point in time in my life. So
because your kids are kind of at that age to where they're looking at what their dad's doing and stuff. And
yeah, so I make sure I don't do it in front of them. I'm not like, walking around with a spliff hanging out my face or anything like that. So
yeah, so usually do you out of fight camp you wake up, take a couple rips, and just kind of go on with your day like that, and then do you dial it in at all during fight camp or is?
No, I don't really dial it in during fight camp. I
still use it.
The same. Yep, I use it all the same. Only time I would stop or slow down is if it is affecting me
negatively.
Yeah, if it's affecting me negatively, which it hasn't. I haven't had any experiences where dang, I need to quit because I can't breathe or anything like that. As everybody knows, I can go 5 rounds easy. So
well, there was a lot of things that came out to say like the shit probably improves your lungs in a lot of ways, but who knows what to believe.
There was a thing that came out and said that it may protect your lungs from exposure to COVID.
I saw that.
So I was like, hey,
hell yeah,
smoking up right now.
Yeah, dude, that's exactly what I mean. If you're abusing that shit and you're fucking eating way too much shit food and you can't stop yourself, or you're being lazy or not doing anything, it's like weed's not good for you then. Yeah, it's just not. Yeah, but I enjoy it too. I enjoy the vaporizer a lot, and once in a while I'll hit a bong rip. I like bong rip, just fucking blasting off sometimes. You been fucking around with any psilocybin or any psychedelics lately?
I haven't, not lately, but I'm always down to take some trips to Mushroom Land. I had my first DMT experience, and that was whoa.
You were able to do that here?
Yeah.
Were you just at your house?
Just at the house, yeah.
Because, dude, I tried it at my house. I had it set, like I said, everything's set up, everything's good, ready to go. Boom, and I burnt it. I'm like, fuck. And then I tried smoking a different way, and I fucked it up. And then I fucked it up again. I'm like, fuck, so I never got to do it. What was it like for you, and how'd you do it?
So I have bought a dab rig. It's a brand new. You could interchange the parts. It becomes like a smaller water bong as well. But I used the dab rig to do it. So I heated up the little thing and set it in there and got ready. You know what I'm saying?
How did you know like what heat to heat that dab rig?
Oh, I did some research first.
You did?
Yeah, it was like I had it, and I had it for like 2 weeks before I used it. I was doing research big time on it. So how much to use to so-called blast off, as they say. What can I expect? You know what I'm saying? I watched a bunch of videos. Mike Tyson, Joe Rogan, of course, have all been vocal about it. A bunch of other guys, you know what I'm saying, with the third eye open who speak from a different realm, you know what I'm saying? So and so I just did some studying and prepared myself in that manner.
Were you by yourself or Kat watching you over?
Well, Kat was there. She was definitely there, but she wasn't like, okay, you ready? Yeah. Let's go. No, she, it's my thing. I was in the bathroom. She was on the bedroom reading a book or doing something. And we had it planned. I told her, okay, I'm going to do this thing, and then I'm going to come in here. I didn't know how it was going to affect me, so I had to walk from my bathroom into my bed. So I took the hit, the first hit, held it for 8-10 seconds, and then it was still something in there going, so I cleared it out. After the first hit, you can already feel it. It comes on quick.
And then you made it to your bed?
I made it to the bed. Yeah, the second one, after the second hit, I was holding it. So I was watching myself, looking at all the shit that was going on, and it blew it out. And I said, "Cat," I was like, "Well, I can feel it already." And then she was in there. She said, "You can feel it already?" I was like, "Yeah, it comes on quick." And I came into my room, and I stopped right there, and the bed is right here, and there's a thing right here, and I stopped and put my hand on it. And then Cal was like, "Here, lay down, baby." And I made my way into bed. I'd say I slithered into bed. I can't even say I crawled into bed. It felt like as soon as my hands touched the bed, it felt like all of this was in contact with the bed, and I was just...
Hard to explain?
Yeah. Velvety is a good way to put it, the way everything felt. Even the air felt velvety, you know, thicker, as if I was underwater but not. So all the air was like, imagine that all the air is water and you can feel it on your skin and shit like that. Sound had actually changed, and they've actually duplicated this sound in a few movies, like the Doctor Strange movie, where she first hits him and sends his astral body outside of his physical body. They make a sound. There's a sound, I can't explain it, but it sounds sort of digital, metallic, I guess. But it's hard to explain it.
That's crazy they recreated it though.
It's because they know.
That's crazy.
Not only that, but how the buildings and how space was folding in and out of itself in that movie and a lot of different other movies was how the fucking visuals were. You know what I'm saying? For me, it was mostly triangles I was seeing folding in and out of itself. And
then in your mind at that point, was it kind of like a fear, or was it just like, okay, it's okay, just let it take me, take me?
That one right there. I wasn't like a fear. It was, you can't resist it. I'd already taken it.
Yeah.
So
just let it go.
You let go. As martial artists, we learn how to deal with fear anyway. So it was easy to be like, to tell myself, okay, this is okay. Just kept breathing, and then I relaxed. With that feeling still on, you know what I'm saying? Then I relaxed, and then it was straight. And that's when I really went in. And that's when I lost all concept of time.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? And even space, because I don't believe I was, I wasn't in my bed. I wasn't looking at the ceiling, you know what I'm saying? I don't know where the fuck I was.
After it lasted what,
about 5 to 7 minutes.
And then after it, what did you were just kind of probably just digesting it all, and just did you pull anything from it, or just went to another realm for a little bit?
I could understand what I heard of a lot of the other guys saying. Mike Tyson said it was like dying.
Damn.
Which is crazy. But I could understand it. The way he said it, I could understand it, because it was like your consciousness is separating from your physical body. Like when the lady in Doctor Strange did the astral projection on the dude and he wasn't ready for it. You know what I'm saying? She was like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna do this," and boom, and he was outside of his body. Next thing he knew. So it was kind of like that, but not conscious inside of your astral. I didn't feel conscious inside of an astral body, but I definitely felt I was still a consciousness, whether I was conscious or not. I definitely felt that I was still a consciousness, but I knew I wasn't inside of this vessel. Even though I could come back and feel myself, because I was always doing this with my hands and my feet, and I could come back and then come back into doing that, and then I went back away. It was crazy though.
Man, I can't wait to do it the right way.
Yeah.
Just kind of feel that.
And then ever since then, man, I've been so fucking scared, dude.
Really? Just scared of the thoughts of doing it again?
Just going through that again,
Yeah, fuck.
But after I got back, feelings of gratitude, feelings of power, knowing another understanding of what I am.
Similar to mushrooms.
I think you could say it's similar to mushrooms, but I think it was way more than mushrooms.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to do that.
I'll hook you up with some. I got some.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
I should have brought some.
What you done it right here. All right. Yeah.
We'll stop talking for 10 minutes. We'll come back, bro. We'll start talking about
I love you,
everything.
brother. We're talking.
Hell yeah.
So what shows you and Kat been watching? You guys watch any shows?
I do watch some shows. None of the new ones, though. I don't watch too much TV lately.
Yeah, because it brainwashes you.
Exactly, man. Even the good shows. Mm-hmm. Even the good ones were meant to install some sort of programming into you. So we're all programmed to a certain degree. The fact that I like to smoke weed is a program. You know what I'm saying? The fact that I like to fight, the fact that I'm a heterosexual male is programming, if you will. You know. So
100%. Just our cultural program. We just heavily programmed.
I think us as humans at our level, especially not the elite ones. You know what I'm saying? Us as normal people. This is why we need universal knowledge so we can apprise everybody of all the potentiality, all the possibilities that you can be as a human. And what do we know about that? Well, we can look back in our past and see all the billions and trillions of people who've come and gone and left their mark or not left their mark. And we can say, this is what you can and can't be, or you can be something even better than that. And that should be the goal, to be something better than what we've seen each and every one of our brothers and sisters who's come and gone do. Damn,
yeah. That's a fucking good ass way to look at it. So you try not to watch any shows, but sometimes you watch some, just like older movies, or what do you watch?
Anime, of course. You know, I like to watch anime. It's definitely inspirational as far as me as a martial artist.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, wanting to break through those levels of mediocrity or limiting barriers or anything anybody else says you can't do. No. Only thing I can't do is what I say I can't do, and I don't even like that word "can't," so I try not to use it as much as possible.
I mean, dude, because it's not like you were fucking raised up wrestling. You weren't raised up in all these martial arts.
No.
You started MMA at what age?
I was 25 when I first started.
You started MMA at 25, and now you've worked your way to UFC title, like about to fight the greatest middleweight. Well, you already did fight kind of the greatest middleweight, Anderson, and beat him. But this day and age, like the greatest fucking, he could pound for pound. Like, dude, it's fucking insane. I get so many fucking messages. Am I too young? Am I too young? But it's like, dude, 25 you started. That's when you walked into a gym.
That's when I walked into a gym. That's when I put a gi on. And I was doing gi jiu-jitsu at first. And then I see people punching and kicking and getting ready for MMA fights that I've seen on TV every now and then. Because I wasn't watching it then.
And you were weighing what?
Like 300 pounds.
300.
Yep, making my way down from 300. Yep.
So the first day you went to jiu-jitsu, did you get like super fucking gassed? And you're like, because some people get that gas and they're like, fuck that. I don't want to do that. I'm too uncomfortable. But you obviously liked it.
No, I loved it. You know, because, again, I already had experience. So me as a white belt and people seeing me, people already saw the potential. Even though I was a big roly-poly, fatter than normal guy, everybody saw the potential. And I already know my potential. You know what I'm saying? I come from a family of athletes, you know. So I was just undisciplined at the time, you know. On top of that, I'm very cerebral with the information that I take in and how I apply it. So when I started doing martial arts and jiu-jitsu, I didn't want to be like as strong and big as I can. I wanted to be as good as I can. And I want to learn these techniques and use these techniques and make the techniques work for me and not the other way around.
Yeah, and that's a tough thing for explosive, big, strong people to learn. It's harder for them to learn because your explosiveness and your muscle can get you out of a lot of situations. Yeah. But then the better you get, brown belt, black belt, I mean, strength and power is not going to get you out of those situations. The right technique is. So, I mean, having that mindset right there alone kind of shows why you progress so quick and started at that age and got as good as you are. I mean, it's fucking badass. So even at that time, you'd go in there, you're 300 pounds, big athletic guy, and then you get tapped out. like your ego dealt with it pretty well. You're like, oh, doesn't have to do with how tough I am. It has to do with the techniques that dude just applied on me.
That's the fun part, because that's when you learn the most.
Yeah.
So that's when I was like, ooh, how'd you do that?
Yeah.
Do it again.
Yeah.
How can I do that? How can I not let that happen again? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
That's when those were the funner parts. Those were the yeah. I responded to that with elation. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Well, and then,
I'm like, try it again.
Yeah.
Try that shit again.
Yep.
Come on, let me see how good. You know.
Well, and then you got to a point to where it's like, okay, I'm going to try to find other people that can beat me up. But I'm going to try to find people that can beat me up and are better than me in these different areas. And then that's kind of where Lauren and Joe were down at the lab, and then you contacted them and they said, hey, come check it out.
They had came back and visited,
mm-hmm.
and they saw that I was still doing my thing. Like, bro, you should come and check it out at the lab. Mm-hmm. You know, I know you're still up here. You got your family and you're working up here, but you should come check it out. You should come check out the lab and see how you like it.
How many fights did you have at that point?
I think I had 6 or 7. I had another fight in Alaska,
mm-hmm.
and that's when I got signed to the UFC. And then,
and your first fight was pro, right? That's the way it is in Alaska.
No, I had 2 amateur fights.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, February and April, I had amateur fights, and then I turned pro that summer. So June and July, I think I fought pro.
So who kind of helped you with that decision? Like, hey, you're ready to go pro. I mean,
it was a decision that I made.
mm-hmm.
Of course, I brought it to my coach and, my team. But in Alaska is more of the Wild Wild West, the Wild Wild Northwest.
Mm-hmm.
So
you can pick some fights that help you progress.
I wouldn't say that I pick my fights.
Yeah.
They pick the fights.
Mm-hmm.
And then I say yes or no.
Mm-hmm.
So that's usually how my career has gone, even out in the AFC and in the UFC.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't pick fights.
You just put that trust in your coaches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which I think is good.
Yeah. You tell me who you want me to fight, and then I'll come back. After convening with my coaches,
mm-hmm.
I'll come back and we'll give you a hard yes or no.
Yeah, that's good shit.
But for me, it's usually always yes, but I need to go talk to my coaches first. I need to go.
Just to see their outlook on it. Yeah, I think that's a good way of doing it. So what, do you have any, do you read much?
I read. I do read some books.
What kind of books you like?
Right now I'm reading Treasures in the Sand. It's authored by is a gentleman from the UK. He goes by the name Jadefre Memnon. I follow him. He's on YouTube. You can probably not YouTube. He's on YouTube and he's on Instagram as well. But
is fiction or nonfiction?
It is historical.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, with a little bit of science fact in it as well. So
damn.
It's not for everybody, you know what I'm saying? Some people will be like Christians will be like, no, But those with an open mind and an open heart and understands the potential and possibilities of the universe that we live in could read and be like, wow, what if?
Yeah.
At the very least, what if?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I tweeted it the other day. I'm like, what do you call it when someone just isn't interested at all in challenging their beliefs? There's got to be a lot of different words for it, like
stagnation.
Like some of them are mean.
Yeah.
But
stagnation isn't really. I wouldn't say stagnation is mean. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I say stagnation is a state of being.
Like closed-minded too, state of being.
Yep. But there's a negative connotation to it when you say closed-minded, right? Yeah. Because we've heard that word before and we've heard it used. Mm-hmm. When you hear stagnation, that's used in a more intellectual sense because you see stagnant water. Mm-hmm. That water's stagnated. We don't want to deal with that right there. And its state is a negative state. So it's not me saying that it's negative. Mm-hmm. The fact that it is what it is, it is what it is. Mm-hmm. So I'm not saying these people are bad. If it works for them, we need you. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Then we still need you, and I still love you.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? There's certain conversations that we know that we can't have because there's certain understandings that we may not be able to come to. If you have your understanding, and I have my understanding, but we can come to the same conclusion, hey, I'm all good with that.
Boom. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if we come across aliens, and we tell them, you know what I'm saying, that Jesus is Lord and Allah is the only one, and you know what I'm saying?
And they go like this.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, we don't like you, then they're going to be like, okay, we need to exterminate over here.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got an infestation on this planet.
Yeah. Yeah. People just not willing to challenge their beliefs. I feel, I don't know, but like you said, it does work for some people, and it works for them. A certain set of beliefs and a certain like doctrines work. It works for them. So yeah.
Yeah.
So what's your thoughts on Khamzat?
Oh, I think the guy is legit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's early. He's still young in his UFC career. So usually we've seen guys come in hot, and they sort of peter out a little bit. Mm-hmm. But these Dagestanis, man, is he Swedish? He lives in Sweden, but he's got that damn Dagestani beard. So
I don't know what he is,
and he's got that accent.
Yeah.
So either way, he carries himself like one of them.
Yep.
And all those guys have built, for me, in my eyes, have built a relationship or a reputation in MMA as these are some strong ass grapplers who, when they get you down, can do some damage. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? In the old days, there was a lot of American wrestlers who would take you down and hold you down.
Yep.
So, when I see Khamzat, I'm like, hey man, more power to you. Yeah. Even if he is fighting in my weight, you know what I'm saying? I'm not one to throw hate at anybody. Mm-hmm. You know, I only wish you well. Yeah. Now, if you come across me, I'm the one. I'm gonna prioritize that to myself. Yeah. As always, and after that, you know what I'm saying, you may continue your walk to whatever it is goal you're trying to attain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm real curious with Khamzat because, I mean, he's big for welterweight. Mm-hmm. He's real big for welterweight. I'm real curious how he's going to do against Gilbert Burns, though. Yeah,
because I think Gilbert, if he's able to take Gilbert down, it won't be an easy finish.
Yeah.
Unless he lands that right shot. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think he's just going to, if he does get Gilbert down, which I think it's going to be tough because Gilbert can fucking wrestle too. Mm-hmm. But if he does get him down, it's just not going to be like an easy, I'm going to pitter-patter this guy and he's not going to do nothing.
No. Gilbert will get up.
He'll attack, yeah. I'm super pumped to see what happens in that fight with Khamzat.
Yeah. Which card is that on the? Is that on 273? Huh? Is that the Volkanovski Korean Zombie fight?
Is it that? Card? Is it that soon?
Yeah. Because we just had this one, and this was the March pay-per-view. So the next one's the April pay-per-view. April 9th. Yeah.
Volkanovski Zombie. Damn,
he is Swedish. Yeah. But he looks.
Yeah, how is he Swedish? He even talks like a Russian.
He wasn't born in a. I'm gonna have to look it up. What? Because they say he may. No, it says it may be Sweden.
It says Russian. Russian is a Russian-born Swedish professional mixed martial artist. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, Zombie. Damn, it'd be crazy if Zombie could club him. And then Aljamain Peter. It's crazy. Aljamain's kind of the route he's taken on this, saying it's kind of funny.
He's embraced it. That's for damn sure. Whether he's going to be a heel or a good guy or neutral, he say, "Fuck it, I'm the champ, and you got to pay me."
What? Do you pay attention to many other divisions?
I'm a fan of the UFC predominantly, biasly because I'm a part of it, and that's always every fighter's aspiration. But I'm a fan of MMA and martial arts in general. Mm-hmm. So combat sports especially. So yes, I watch all of them.
Yes, yeah, same for me. I'm just a fan of the martial arts and a fan of what's working and what's not working.
Mm-hmm. And I can appreciate the lighter weight classes way more than most people can because they employ way more techniques at a higher tempo. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I think they have to do a lot more to get the finish than us bigger guys. We can knock you out. We can put our weight on you and make things happen. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, the level of like for the say who's the heavyweight champ, the level of Francis's jiu-jitsu compared to even someone like Usman or some of the lighter weights. Yeah, you got. I think you got to be a little bit more. Yeah. I guess solid in your techniques, maybe.
Yeah, you got to be. You can't just be a jack of all trades. You know what I'm saying? You have to be a master of some of them trades.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah, for sure. Who's some of your other favorite fighters to watch?
I like watching a lot of them. Shit.
Welterweights, let's say.
Let's go to welterweight. Okay. I'll even start with the last fight. I like watching Kobe. You know, Kobe's a good fighter. He's a smart fighter as well, and a strong fighter as well. I like fighting. Of course, everybody loves watching Masvidal. Welterweight?
Welterweight, we got Kamaru, we got Jorge, we got... I like watching Jorge, but I'm like, fuck, dude. With the Jorge Colby thing, I'm like, god damn.
They built it up, man. It became a drama.
It did, didn't it?
You know, so it became like, oh, not this again.
Yeah, so, damn. So welterweight, Gilbert's number 2, Leon's number 3, Vicente Luque, number 4. Okay, so lightweights. Who you like watching? I love watching Charles, dude. In this day and age, like Charles, the way he marches people down, he doesn't really box. He's kind of in a Muay Thai stance and marches with his knees.
Yeah.
He's fucking nasty on the ground. I think he's fun to watch. I think him and Islam, I think he's going to give Islam his hardest fight.
Yeah. You think he's going to
in my
make
opinion.
it through Gaethje?
That's the thing. I don't know if he makes it through Gaethje, though. Yeah. That style matchup.
With that fight, it could go either way. Gaethje could definitely beat him up and, you know what I'm saying, turn the fight into turn the tide of the fight into his favor. And like you said, Oliveira is just good everywhere. Yeah. You know, like you said, I like his stance too, man. His because he's a jiu-jitsu guy who's adopted this Muay Thai sort of thing of a striker, you know what I'm saying? So it's definitely entertaining to watch a lot of the lightweight division. I could just pull a name out of a hat, pick a name, a lightweight name, like, oh yeah, I've watched him fight. Names I can't really pull out of the top of my head, but if you said a name, and then it'll just pull back all those fights. Yeah, dude. And any of the guys in the top 10 could win the championship on any given day. Yeah. Glover Teixeira, dude. Like, what a fucking savage, dude. What a fucking savage. That's the definition of perseverance right there, man. Holy fuck. Because how old is he? 42, 43, something like that. Insane. That's fucking sweet to see. And then we got Volkanovski, Max Holloway, fucking sick. Brandon Moreno, Davison Figueiredo. And then, man, it's crazy, though. At one point, it was literally all wrestlers who were the champs. Yeah. At one point. Yeah. But now it's changing. Yeah. Which I'm kind of happy to see. You know what I mean? I didn't want to see just like, oh no, if you wrestled as a kid, you're going to end up being the champion. I like seeing it. It's a balancing of the scales, I think it is, because early on, not everybody wrestled. Yeah, and then wrestlers came in and started dominating the scene, and now we're seeing that skill level catch up. Now you're getting strikers who can wrestle good enough to defend these high ass level wrestlers. Yep. And able to implement their game plans and start winning fights and stuff. Yeah. So that's what you got. Yeah, for sure. For sure. So you and Kat go out to eat much, or do you guys cook at home a lot? We do cook at home. We eat out way more than we need to, though. Yeah. 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 Just because does Kat usually cook or you? Kat is the chef. Is she? Yeah. You help clean up? We got kids too, so. Oh, yeah. I do my part. I try to relieve the burden of Kat as a housewife, you know what I'm saying, homemaker. Yeah. And a very active mother. I try to do my part to take away the burden. And she does her part so that I don't have to take away the burden. She's even telling me, stop doing that. I'm like, let me help you. Yeah, that's, I mean, that's. Because I know how much I don't want to do that. Yeah, for sure. I don't mind unloading the dishwasher here and there and doing the laundry and then vacuuming and stuff. It's just those things, I've done them for so long in my life that I don't look at them as like a bad, negative thing. Yeah, it's just something that we need to mark off this list. Yeah, for sure. Like brushing your teeth. So even now, at a fight camp, what'd you have for breakfast today? Today, for breakfast, I think I fasted for breakfast. I didn't eat breakfast. I had a few little pieces of watermelon, but I didn't really eat a big breakfast. Who does your fight camp diet? You just do it? Yeah, we do it. Yeah, me and Kat. We usually eat everything, everything I eat, we eat. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So what we have for, so when I'm in camp, it's healthy eating. Sometimes we may put some chicken nuggets on for the kids.
Do the kids not like the fight camp, or are they like, we got to eat this?
We eat good, man.
Yeah.
I eat good for fight camp.
Do you?
Hell yeah. I'm not like dry ass chicken and flavorless ass that.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? No, we eat good. It's like salmon, rice, veggies, some
sauces.
We don't really eat with too many sauces though.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we flavor the food. We season the meat. Kat likes to put butter in the rice. Everybody likes butter in their rice.
How does Kat usually cook the meat? Is she air fry, oven, or grill, or?
We oven, we grill, and we pan sear, stovetop.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So usually we're oven baking the salmon. That's usually something we oven bake.
Yeah, the oven bacon, the salmon. You get that right, and it's nice and juicy, huh?
Yeah. Usually she overdoes it, but when I mix it with the rice, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
I chop it up and put it in with the rice. It's just rice and salmon. Same as with chicken and rice or some shit like that.
I really like the Primal Kitchen sauces. They have a lot of just super quality organic ingredients and like the liquid aminos that I use for the soy sauce. And I usually like to sauce my shit up quite a bit.
Yeah.
So.
We don't really eat with too many sauces though.
Do you have a meditation practice you do?
Nothing, what's the word? Nothing certifiable, I guess. Mm-hmm. I just do it. I see it like this, right? When we're going down our list of to-do shit to do today, and we're thinking, focusing on that consciously, that's a form of meditation, right? When you go and you take a shit, and you don't have your phone on you, and you space out, that's a fucking form of meditation. It's unconscious, but it's meditation.
Just being present in certain areas during the day.
Yeah. And just being conscious of where my focus is. Mm-hmm. So I can focus intently on whatever it is I want to focus on. Those are my meditations. I can close my eyes and do some sensory deprivation. You know what I'm saying? I can put on earmuffs and add the audio deprivation to really go in. Mm-hmm. You know, those are just techniques you can use to enhance your meditation. But I meditate regularly, mostly about fighting.
Who kind of taught you, or where did you start learning it?
Generally self-learn. Again, techniques from different places. Mm-hmm. I created my own style that fits my lifestyle.
Hell yeah.
So I can't be like, this is how you do it. Okay, I do this, I do that, blah, 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 because I do it anywhere and everywhere. Mm-hmm. Especially when you're driving. And, you know, if you have ever driven any long distances, you know what I'm saying, you go into forms of meditation. Some people fall the fuck asleep.
Yeah.
They meditate so deeply that they even pass out.
Yeah.
So before bed, of course, you know, when I wake up in the morning, like if I wake up and I don't feel like getting out of bed, you know what I'm saying, I can do an active one where I position myself in a certain position and think about whatever it is I want to think about. You usually something that I want to get done in the day. Mm-hmm. It's usually fighting oriented. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and do you go into your practices with certain intents? Like, what kind?
Yeah. As they develop in my martial arts career, and you come across certain, damn, I'm getting hit with this, or damn, I want to create this angle, this action, this reaction. This is what I need to do. This is the technique I use, and this is the response or reaction I want to get. Mm-hmm. You know, so you know the schedule we have at the lab. Mm-hmm. We do striking practice on Monday, Tuesday and Thursday is grappling, Wednesday and Saturday is our sparring days. So there's plenty of time to come up with for me to come up with a plan to do stuff. Like on Monday, well, shit, let's even start on Saturday. Mm-hmm. You know, actually, I'm gonna have to start. Let's not even start on the day, but I hope you understand where I'm going with this. It's like you come up with whatever issue you may have. This is what I need to get better in right here, and I make it a conscious effort to get better in that. Mm-hmm. If I have to tell my opponent, this is what I'm working on. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on seeing that right hand. I'm working on dealing with that right hand. Mm-hmm. I might not even tell you that I already have an answer for that right hand, but I want to see that right hand. Mm-hmm. I want to see that big left hand. I want to see kicks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't have to be hard, big loaded up kicks. But for me, fighting is, I need you to be fast. I need you to get them up here.
Yeah.
I need you to be dynamic and versatile with your kicks. That's what I need to see.
Yeah.
So, and then from there, whatever plan is I've formulated to deal with kicks specifically, whatever coach believes this is what we do here at the lab. This is how we deal with kicks. Whatever information Rob, Randy, or whoever else on the team may have for me.
Yep.
I'm going to take, hey, what do you think? What do you know? Okay, let me try this. I can try it Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday in pro practices, or I can grab one of my teammates, hey, this is what I need. And all of them, any of them will be more than happy to give me the energy I need to get better.
You ever in sparring find yourself like, oh, this motherfucker cracked me? Like, all right, now I'm going to crack you back.
No, I haven't really had that.
You're good about that. That's why every time I've been in the room, I'm like, you're really good at training.
Yeah, with some guys, they're not hitting you to crack you and drop you or anything, but you know what I'm saying, they're putting some mustard on their fucking punches.
Yeah.
I don't get offended. I understand what I sign. I sign waivers before I come in here, and I also do this at the highest level. Mm-hmm. If I can't sit here and spar with somebody who's trying to throw heat and be able to deal with that effectively without getting upset or telling them, hey, you need to cool it, I can always do that. Yeah. And I have done it before. Mm-hmm. But I feel that if I can't deal with that energy the way I'm supposed to deal with that energy, this is what we're here training for. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a good way to look at it.
Yeah. And I can, and I have, and then I've said it. I've gotten some energy. I'm like, oh, okay, this is what we're doing. I lay it down on them too. Mm-hmm. And then I may have told them, hey, we don't have to do this. We can. I'm all good. We can keep going like this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then I set the tempo of how hard we can hit and how fast you can move. You can still, for me, I feel you can move. You should be, like I teach a sparring class. When I tell these guys to spar, I tell you, you shouldn't be knocking your opponent out. You shouldn't be bloodying and breaking their fucking noses or cutting their eyes open or anything like that. Mm-hmm. You shouldn't be punching that hard. If you can't help it, you lack control. And if you lack control, it's probably something in your posture that's doing it. Probably predominantly the foot, your footing and your hip placement. But it's the saying that I have: high intensity, low impact. I can move just the same way I would move if I was going to knock you out, but not put my weight behind it. Mm-hmm. I can even make contact with you and not put no weight behind it. You don't even have to protect yourself. It'll be a little touch. You can take something, but you don't have to take no more than 10 pounds.
Yeah, close-fisted, trying to sit on it.
Yeah, but I don't know the numbers or anything like that, but yeah. I've trained with small people my whole career. 270, 200 heavyweight weight. I'm training with smaller people as well. We got big people in as well, but I'm also training with the small people as well. Yeah. So I've learned to be able to move this big mass fast without hurting my opponent. I can let it go and hit you and hard is all I want. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I have before, but it's not always necessary.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good answer. Like I said, I've seen people even trying to go hard on you, and you're still just bump, bump, bump. You could put their lights out if you wanted, but it's just like you're that higher of a human to not let them get control of your emotions.
I hit him in the body though.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to even know? Okay. It takes all the wind. It takes wind right out of their sails. Right? You can't hit me hard, even if you wanted to.
Not even out of their sails, out of their mind too.
Yeah. And now I can have my way with you.
Yeah.
If I wanted to.
Yeah.
And when I do have my way with you, I'm going to look you in your eye and you're going to look me right back in my eyes. We're going to know. Mm-hmm. We're both going to know
who Uncle is.
You know what I'm saying? And if I wanted to from the start, you doing all that shit, dude, if I wanted to from the start.
Yeah, yeah.
We didn't have to go through all this exchange of energy. Uh-huh. We're trying to work here. Mm-hmm. We're trying to get better. Mm-hmm. What are you working on? What am I working on? What are we working on? Yeah. That's what you should be doing. And if you're going all hard, balls to the walls, then you working on getting your ass whooped.
Yeah, exactly.
Or whooping somebody else's ass.
Yep. So what do you think, last thing here and then we'll finish her up, what do you think an important lesson for like amateurs is? What do you think one of the most important lessons for an amateur coming up? I know there's just so many, but I was just curious from your aspect.
An important lesson for amateurs. I would say all the attention, everything that all the fanfare, the posting, the cameras, all that stuff does not matter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all the energy you may get from your walkout, none of that shit matters. I don't want to say all the training and everything coach says and none of that stuff really matters once the ref says go. Once the ref says go, everything goes away. All of it goes away, and only thing that stays is what you have ingrained in yourself.
Your programming.
Yes, your subconscious programming is what's there. And you can program this stuff in your subconscious, but you got to do it over and over and over. You know, so
over and over and over for years. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't just learn it. Like I said, you have to ingrain it. It has to become a part of you.
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody grabbed my hand, I already know. I could turn that around. I can go, I can wax on, wax off and grab your hand.
And you're just doing it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Or I know that, hey, we're making contact. I know we're close enough to engage.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, it's a true skill about being able to, first of all, just be in the moment in general.
Being present, yeah.
Yeah, especially at the level you're at when there's 20,000 people yelling at you, millions of people watching, but you're able to be there and let your training go.
Yeah, it can be the biggest fight or it can be a backyard brawl.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like with this last fight, when I walked out to this fight, when I came out for this fight, this is my first fight back with the crowd, since COVID. So that's all good and well. Mm-hmm. I've never really drawn too much from the crowd walking out, but my brothers and my cousins were out there, and I saw them as I walked out. And these guys are really important to me, especially as a man, as a masculine man, and as a man.
Yeah.
So when I saw them, I felt that rise of energy, like saying, hand me my battle axe, let's go. And then I got into the ring. And then the ref said go, and all of that shit did not even matter. Mm-hmm. No, it couldn't. It wasn't going to do me any good.
It just comes back to what you do every single day.
Yes. Yeah. So exactly. So that's where the preparation is. Mm-hmm. To be able to perform and not be affected by anything else, you got to be able to train the right way.
Yeah.
You got to be. For me, I love it. It's easy for me to get up and go to the gym and get my heart rate up. And
that's
sweat.
the thing. That's a common thing for anybody. I mean, especially at your level. I mean, love it. I just fucking love martial arts. Yeah.
That's another thing I would say to amateurs. Don't do it because you think it looks cool and you want this out of it.
It's an ego boost.
Yeah, no, you'll end up hating it, and you'll hate the results that you'll get out of it because you're gonna come into some adversity. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I've torn my pec. I've broken my arm in the fight. I've broken my hand in the fight. You know what I'm saying? I've just torn my pec training.
Yeah.
And then I had to sit out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to make money. So the it's not, especially early on, but only for very few people at the top can live comfortably doing this.
Yep.
So a lot of other people are struggling and fighting their way to fight for money.
Yeah. Yeah, so, it's definitely.
If you love to train, if you love to work out, if you love to get stronger, faster, smarter, if you love being better, you love doing that through martial arts, mixed martial arts, MMA, you could potentially be one of the greatest martial arts to ever come about.
Boom. Fucking perfect, dude. That's episode 32, guys. If you enjoy the stuff, you can support it, patreon.com/RedHawkAcademy, or just like and subscribe to the page. Yeah, dude. Thank you, Jared. You the fucking man, bro.
Fuck yeah, brother. Thank you.
Shit. All right,
I'm going to throw it 2, 1, and I'm going to come over the top.